Greetings, everyone. Pete Pardo here from Sea of Tranquility. Welcome to another episode of What's Hot with Sea of Tranquility. I know it's Friday, it's not Wednesday, but like I said, we do occasionally do reviews of stuff not on Wednesdays. Today, I don't normally review bootlegs. I do occasionally, especially when one comes across my desk that I think is really, really good. And this particular one is. This is Led Zeppelin. It's called Inner City Blues. But this is the Southampton broadcast from 1973. So this is from a live FM broadcast recorded at the old refectory in Southampton University in England, of course, January 22nd, 1973. This is the full show from Southampton. Now, from what information I have gathered, this is not, the source is not from a soundboard. This was actually professionally recorded that night. And if you go read into this a little bit more, they actually were considering this show and this recording potentially for the source material used in The Song Remains the Same film. As it turns out, that wound up not being the case. This and a bunch of other shows were considered. Ultimately, of course, they went with Madison Square Garden, right? So I'm assuming they probably filmed part of this as well. I don't know. But anyway, music history lore has it that this and a few other recordings were considered to be part of the soundtrack for the album. Whatever. Didn't turn out that way. But it's a fantastic, this is probably one of the best. I have a bunch of Zeppelin bootlegs. I don't have nearly all of them because there's a ton of them floating around out there, but I do have a bunch. This is one of the better sounding ones from a sonic perspective from this time period from the band. As far as like performance goes, it's pretty damn good. I think I've heard other performances that are probably better than this gig, but this is the better sounding one, if that makes any sense. So anyway, let's just take a quick look at this here. There's the track list. Love the cover, is great. And then, the booklet tells a little bit of information here. There you go. There's a ticket stub, look like. Led Zeppelin released their fourth album on November 8th, 1971, variously referred to as Led Zeppelin 4, Untitled, or due to the four symbols on the record labeled as four symbols. The album has gone on to sell 37 million copies, blah, 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 blah. The group followed up the album's release with tours of the UK, Australia, North America, Japan, and the UK from late 1971 through early 73. Two of the early gigs in the UK occurred in late January 73 when Zeppelin descended on the southern port city of Southampton, performing at the Gaumont Theatre on the 21st of January in front of 2,500 fans. Some who attended agreed the show was tight, but a little less spectacular than expected. The next night, though, things changed when Zepp turned up at Southampton University and set up the Union, or the old Ref, as most of the students referred to it. The gig was superb and was recorded and broadcast by local radio. Jimmy Page had requested that the band play a smaller venue on this tour with the possibility of releasing it as a live album at a later date. The album never materialized. This remarkable concert is now available on this new CD, however, more than 50 years after it took place, and will surely delight the millions of fans still flying the flag for this essential quartet. So, what is the track list, you might ask? And like I said, this was professionally recorded. It sounds it. It's really, really good sounding. Starts off, of course, with Rock and Roll. Then the band launch into Over the Hills and Far Away. You'll notice some of the tracks will differ from what you heard on The Song Remains the Same album, Over the Hills and Far Away, which is great. Black Dog is very lively on here. Misty Mountain Hop is killer. Since I've Been Loving You follows that, nearly 9 minutes long. Then you got a really good Dancing Days after that. Then a ripping version of The Song Remains the Same, which is cool. A very, very cool Rain song. And then finishing it off with nearly 29 minutes of Dazed and Confused. The band is really spot on here. Jimmy, especially early in the set, Jimmy is a little sloppy in spots, but he then, I think as the show goes on, he gets even better. There's some moments where Plant's vocals aren't perfect. He's kind of like a little croaky in certain spots, but again, he sounds pretty damn good overall. Bonham is off the charts great on this whole thing. Over onto disc 2, you got Stairway to Heaven, kicking it off, 12 minutes long. That goes into Whole Lotta Love medley, which is 24 minutes and change. So it's Whole Lotta Love mixed in with all these kind of rock and roll covers and things like that. They throw all sorts of things into the medley, which is fun. Then you got Heartbreaker, that 8 minutes and change. Great guitar soloing in that. Then a quick little organ solo from John Paul Jones, followed by Thank You. Thank You is like 9 minutes and change. How Many More Times is killer on here. absolutely killer on here. Now, notice how we have how many more times. There's no bringing on home in this particular set. All right, and then after that, you get it finishes off with Communications Breakdown as the end of the show. So I really like this a lot. I think it's really cool. Some great photographs there. There you got John Paul Jones on the keyboards, right? Great shot right there. Jimmy with the double neck, probably obviously playing the bruising finale of Stairway to Heaven there. It's really good. Like I said, really, really good quality. And the performances are really, really good. You read up on this, and there are lots of people who claim this is one of the better sounding bootlegs from this time period. There are others that say there's others that are even better. It's a blend of really good performance, maybe not the best performance of the band from this kind of tour, but one of the best sounding bootlegs from this tour. So I think it's damn good if you get a hold of this. I got this from Ken over at lasercd.com. He was carrying this. I think the CD is sold out, but he's got vinyl coming in. So I will say, if you're a vinyl person, this is one of the best sounding bootlegs. Probably it would be worthwhile to have on vinyl if you're a vinyl collector. So I think Ken said he's got some coming in. But just do a search for Led Zeppelin Inner City Blues, and I'm sure you'll be able to find this. And like I said, you can listen to this particular show on YouTube. I mean, it's all over the place. So the Southampton University from 1973. Again, it's January 22nd. So go give it a listen if you're a Zeppelin fan. You need to hear it. It's quite good. Awesome stuff. So check it out. This is on the web at www.seatranquility.org. We're on Facebook. We're on YouTube all together all the damn time. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and click on that notification bell so you get alert of all of our content as a post. And please do hit the like button before you leave. Also down below, we got the links to our Ko-Fi page for channel donations, our merch page, and our Cameo page. Thank you in advance for all your support there. We also got the Sea of Tranquility memberships down below. Click on the join button. You can find out more about that. Thanks again, and we'll see you soon here with more stuff. I am Pete Pardo. Take care. Bye-bye.